So, if you're looking to commence Op Massive, you've come to the right place. I'm actually doing this video at a funny time. I'm currently lending my wife's office chair. I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, you can see that in the video there. The reason I'm lending this is because I broke mine yesterday under the sheer weight of my gains, which would usually be quite an accomplishment for me, quite an achievement. But like, oh, this is ace. This is cool, but I'm currently meant to be cutting right now. I'm clearly not cutting fast enough if I'm plowing through office chairs. But I digress. You know, we're not here to talk about my current failed attempts at cutting or my cheap furniture. We're here to talk about bulking, getting massive, the lifetime pursuit of getting swollen, leaving a giant coffin. That's what we're here to talk about today. Simply put, bulking is packing on size by building mass. Ideally, lean mass in the form of muscle tissue. It involves fueling muscle growth and weight gain via diet and, of course, resistance training. It's not just about eating more, it's about eating right and training smart. To gain weight and size and effectively fuel Op Massive, you need to consume more calories than you expend. Now, don't go crazy. We just want to aim for a slight surplus. So 5 to 20%, 5 to 20% above your maintenance calories. In fact, keeping to the lower end of that percentage, or maybe just a 5 to 10% surplus, is really going to help minimize fat accumulation. That's generally, around what I'd recommend. The closer you push to 20% or more, the more likely you are to start accumulating body fat, which most people want to avoid. When it comes to muscle gain, of course, a big player here is protein. We want to aim for at least 1.6 grams of protein per kg of your body weight per day. Incorporate plenty of protein-rich sources such as chicken, turkey, fish, lean beef, eggs, Greek yogurt, protein bars, protein powders, all that good stuff. Now, even though protein wants to be pretty high, the majority of your extra calories will actually come from carbohydrates, as carbs are generally easier to consume in larger quantities. Protein tends to be it's a bit too filling, and we wouldn't want the majority of our extra calories coming from fat, as dietary fats are very similar in structure to adipose tissue, which means the conversion process from dietary fats to adipose tissue is quite easy for the body. So if you're consuming an excessive amount of fat, it's quite easy. That does increase the likelihood of fat gain. Additionally, carbs are our body's preferred energy source, so consuming plenty of them will maximize training performance. So no low carb diets when bulking. No, sir. Eat a variety of carbohydrates, including potatoes, rice, oats, fruits, veg, and even things like pasta and bread. Pasta and bread tend to be, easy to consume in large quantities, making it easier to get the calories in. Carbohydrates will likely be quite a big percentage of your calories when bulking. We're talking 40 to maybe even 50% of your total calories coming from carbs. So choose carbohydrates that are not only nutritious, but also carbs that you don't mind eating in large quantities. Moving on to fat. Now, with you having a fair amount of calories to play with, you're in a surplus, we can easily keep fat intake in a healthy position to maintain hormone production and immune function. So eat plenty of healthy fats such as avocado, get some olive oil in, and particularly prioritize fats that also contain protein such as nuts and oily fish like salmon, which not only contains plenty of protein, but it's also rich in omega-3. Now we'll just quickly talk about meal frequency because it's not as important as people think. You want to aim for 3 to 5 meals per day. Eating frequently and balancing meals ensures a steady supply of nutrients, particularly protein. Also, don't forget post-workout meals. Making sure your post-workout meal is rich in protein and carbohydrates to aid recovery. Now, let's move on to training. One main thing I focus on with all clients, whether they're cutting or bulking, is progressive overload. Progressive overload is the gradual increase in weight or resistance in your exercises to force your muscles to adapt. Force your muscles to get bigger. Force your muscles to get stronger. Focus on exercises that work multiple muscle groups, such as squats, deadlifts, bench presses, pull-ups, all this good stuff. These big compound-based movements. And don't forget the basics, rest and recovery as your muscles grow during rest periods. So ensure you get plenty of sleep, 7 to 9 hours sleep per night, and ideally give yourself like 24 hours before hitting the same muscle group again, if you can. If you train full body and you do that daily, that's fine. Your body will kind of adapt. Also monitor your progress. So use things like food diaries are a big one. So like my fitness pal to monitor your calories and macros. Keep a workout log to track your progress in strength and muscular endurance. And weigh in as well. So weigh in regularly to ensure there's like a steady increase on the scales. If you can monitor body fat percentage as well, that's good. Although at home scales tend to not be that accurate, so sometimes just relying on weight increases is sufficient. Using progress photos is great as well. Working with a coach and allowing them to assess your progress photos is obviously a big one. If you're not currently working with me, that's a consideration. So managing expectations. This is a big one. Muscle gain rates vary based on many factors, such as training experience, genetics, adherence to the program, of course. So here are a few kind of general guidelines. Beginners, so if you're in your first year, you could sensibly aim for 1 to 1.5% increase in your body weight per month. So that if you're 70 kg, you would be that would be 0.7 to 1 or 0.7 to just over 1 kg increase per month. Intermediates, so after initial year, muscle gain tends to slow. So at this stage, it's more realistic to aim for 0.5 to 1% increase in your body weight per month, because you're past the newbie gains phase of your journey, when you can, newbie gains, you can simply look at a set of dumbbells and elicit gains. And then moving on to advanced lifters, so like several years of experience, expect fewer gains going forward. So aiming for like 0.2 to 0.5% increase in your body weight per month is sensible. It's realistic. Personally, after like 2 decades of training, I'm lucky if I gain 1 kg of muscle tissue in a year. It's, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. For those of you who are absolutely brand new, so I'm talking your first month of training, you could actually aim for maybe a 2% increase in your body weight per month, particularly if you don't mind pushing the boat out a little bit and accepting a smidge of body fat gain. You can really kind of push it when you're brand new. When it comes to lean bulking, it really is the beginners who can get away with more of an aggressive surplus, as they're so far away from their genetic ceiling. They can see big increases in size in a short period, and the scales, they will reflect that. Now, things to avoid, or at very least monitor, minimize: junk food. While a calorie surplus is necessary, you want to prioritize nutrient-dense foods over junk food to support muscle growth and overall health. Don't just eat whatever's not pinned down. Also, don't neglect cardio. You want to put a little bit of cardio in. You want you want a little bit of at least to maintain heart health, improve conditioning, and even muscular endurance, and even aid fat management. And yeah, that's it. So bulking up fast is achievable with the right combination of training, nutrition, and of course recovery. And remember that while rapid gains are enticing, focusing on sustainable and healthy practices will serve you best in the long run. If you gain body fat, your body will become less sensitive to nutrients such as protein and carbohydrates. So bulk up the smart way and aim for just a slight surplus. No crazy bulks, no dirty bulks. And most importantly, stay consistent. Listen to your body and adjust the approach as needed. If you need to do a mini cut every now and then, get them in. Now, go out there and make some gains.